I think I can hear footsteps approaching.
Oh, here we go. Ooh,
Here we
lovely.
go. Look at this.
That looks lovely. Thank
Doesn't
you.
it? Thank you very much. Well, ladies, enjoyed this afternoon tea. It's going to be a very special one as well. And I think I can tell you a little bit about afternoon teas. And I know the director of the hotel, Olivia Byrne, will also be in to talk about the speciality, which is Battenberg cake. Enjoy. Let's go. Let's go for it. So, Olivia, I know that it's very important, Battenberg cake, to Royal Afternoon Teas. Can you tell me a little bit about the significance of Battenberg cake and why it's so important to 37 Eccleston Square as well?
Sure, well, Battenberg cake represents a big historical factor for afternoon tea.
It was introduced by Princess Victoria, the granddaughter of Queen Victoria, who lived at 37 Eccleston Square with Prince Louis.
Battenberg cake was the original wedding cake of Prince Louis and Victoria. And the 4 squares denote the 4 princes of Battenberg. And they were Prince Alexander, Louis, Henry, and Joseph.
So, the history of afternoon tea. It's all to do with tight corsets and Green Park.
How's that?
In the latter part of the 19th century, ladies every afternoon used to parade up and down Green Park, and it was part of the social scene for women in Britain. But because women in those days, they ate at 8 o'clock in the morning and then ate again at 8 o'clock at night, by about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, they were feeling quite faint. But because they had this social need to meet and greet other people in the park, they would still be walking up and down in their finery and in their very tight corsets. So the 7th Duchess of Bedford created something for herself initially, which was some food that she would have secretly in her boudoir at 4 o'clock in the afternoon because she felt so hungry. And then she was the lady in waiting to Queen Victoria, and so Queen Victoria, when she came to stay, she had this afternoon tea as well, and she thought this was such a good idea, she then decided to introduce it to London society, this whole project. So when Queen Victoria came to tea and was known as At Home with Princess Victoria, Princess Victoria must then have decided, I'm going to introduce my wedding cake, Battenberg cake, to afternoon tea, and hence Royal Afternoon Tea was born. So that's the history behind it. And until recently, this has remained a secret, and the hotel now, which was a house before, has remained a royal secret for over 100 years. Isn't that amazing? This is amazing. More tea? Well, we really polished that off.
It was lovely and very filling, actually.
Wasn't it just? Oh God, there's so many calories. I'm going to have to go back on my diet again this afternoon.
Never mind, don't worry about it.
It'll be 10 times running around Eccleston Square block for me this afternoon now. But it was great fun.
It was lovely.
And it was lovely having the two of you as well.
Thank you. Thanks for the history lesson.
No problem at all.